Welcome back, Dallas. Every time. I'm telling you, close your ears if you can do it, or put on your ear goggles, as Jimi Hendrix used to say. We are here. I'm very excited. We've had some very good content today, focusing on the finance piece. Now we're going to transition to the business owner. So Gabe's with us. You know, he's a business owner, several businesses. Ivan's with us, who is a financial advisor and he founded Kingsley Advisors. By the way, you can find out more about him if you want to get some really good advice that you heard in that last segment at kingsleyadvisors.com. And now we are going to get us all, and I hope stump Gabe, in a panel discussion with the great Royalyn Reid. Now, here's the deal. She is the CEO of Consumer and Market Insight. She's been in the marketing game for 20 years. She's very focused. I don't want to give it away. Royalyn, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be with you today, Andy.
So what is your business focused around?
Well, Andy, we are a performance management company. What we say is we focus on the 3 Ds: discovery, design, and delivery. We do that because it's really all about the customer service. And so we specialize primarily around marketing research, training, as well as conferences. They all tie in together. Marketing research, we do focus groups, online surveys, mystery shopping. For an example, even how that works is we use the scientific rigor. Someone says, hey, I have an issue, or how do we get to a solution? We come in and we can do the research in that discovery stage. Then the design part, we can actually come in and design a measurement of how to measure it, and then we deliver it through collecting data from customers or internally. And we do that, well, we have a number of customers. For an example, with DFW Airport is one of our clients. And we mystery shop parking, for an example. And that's where those 3 Ds come in. All about customer service. As you know, when we travel, we want to get to the airport, get in, get parked, and let that be hassle-free. We work with them on that. So
real quick, let's dig in on that, and then I want to get to a case study with Gabe and Ivan here. This is a different example. So on the parking deal, you do a focus group. You find out that, what did you find? Did you find the customers were happy or unhappy or all over the board?
A lot of times it might be everyone's happy, but it might be something very small.
Right.
A lot of times it can be easily fixed if you know.
Right. So then you know, and then you go back to DFW Airport, the property management team, or I guess who would it be there?
As a matter of fact, we work with the parking team, the marketing research team, and once we work on that together because they're very knowledgeable. But that's that team effect when you work together.
So you give them some of the things you found, and then you tell them the ways to go back and implement some of those strategies to fix the problem.
Absolutely, within their structure. Because if a company is already, we know that we usually work with people who are customer service focused, so therefore they know a lot of their business. So even when we find those opportunities, how do you get together to find ways to implement those strategies to get to the bottom line? So it works with a real good collaborative approach.
So Gabe, what would be a customer service problem? I'm going to be the one to stump him. I want to make sure it happens.
Great.
So what would be a customer service problem? Because it sounds like that, Royalyn, since you're focused on that, and there's all different areas of marketing, but focusing on the customer experience, right? And customer service is a played-out word, but really the heart of the customer, impressing them, giving them a wow experience, making them raving fans, all the ways you want to say it, very important. And so, Gabe, what's a customer service area that you think that you can improve on? I know they're so great. This is such a tough question.
Actually, I mean, I'm not trying to be whatever, but our customer, we don't use the word customer service. We use the word customer experience.
Absolutely.
That's one of our core values, is provide mind-blowing customer experience, because we want the customer have no choice but to talk about us.
That's right.
And so we are very in tune to that. We use the NPS score. Our NPS score is 8.2. Apple's is 7.4. So we are very, very in tune with it. But I would say probably just, we do surveys and things like that, but a way that we can stay more really in tune with, we're pretty in tune with our client, the people moving into the house, but one of our goals this year is to get more in tune with our referral partners, so our realtors or our mortgage folks that bring us business. We want to make sure that we're providing the best service for them. So really touching them and getting more communication with the realtors that we work with.
So, Royalyn, you come into that situation. He calls you up.
Yes.
Says, hey, this is the challenge. I know my client's great, but my referral partners, I want to add more value to them.
That's right.
What do you do?
First of all, during that discovery stage, we will sit down with Gabe and find out what's going well, what do they want to do. Of course, he wants to do better with the realtors, but what does better mean? And that's when we define that. You got to define that, so once we know what success is when we achieve it. But also, too, as we go through those stages, and Gabe brought up something very important, because there's whole different segments. Customer service is the first part. What is it that you expect to provide to your customers, like a checklist? That's customer service. That's something that everyone should be doing. First of all, you got to make sure that's happening.
Right.
And who's doing it and who's not. Then the other thing
So everything's planned, everything's deliberate, nothing's accidental, and you can guarantee results.
Absolutely. Even for an example, in the restaurant industry, you expect to come in, it looks well, you're seated quickly.
Right.
Someone says they upsell you for dessert. That's part of the checklist. But going back to your market as well, then you go to how satisfied are your customers? Now we know what the bare minimum is. How satisfied? That's customer satisfaction. Then once we can define that and we measure how satisfied are they with that customer service, as well as what are some things that they would like to have, and just the whole, we do a composite of the customer experience, where it is. Then therefore we can sit down once we have all those measurements as a team. We know customer service well, and we know our research well. You are an expert in the real estate industry. So if we can get together and see how do we take those results, and then we can come up with a plan together. And that's how you can take it to the next level.
Go ahead.
And I think it's probably all about perception. So I have an idea of what I think our referral partners want, but we want to reach out to them and talk with them and find out what their needs really are. So we're meeting their needs, not our needs.
Absolutely. And most times, a lot of clients or business owners like yourself, you are in tune. Research does several things. It'll confirm what you already know, which is important. And then you know where to add on. But it may also tell you sometimes, doggone it, we thought we were right on track, but we need to move to something else.
Tweak it a little bit.
Royalyn, very quickly, 30 seconds. When should a person come to you?
Two things. If you have an issue that you need to find out what's going on to move to the next level, come to us. But if you also want to be proactive in finding solutions, it's all about the person, as Gabe says, customer service, customer experience, but also that perception. We know how to measure perception, and we know behavior, and we also know niche markets and diversity and customization. We can do it for you.
Okay, so they can help you. You need to create that system to make sure that you're giving that wow experience every time, but you don't know where to start. You call Royalyn. You've just had some bad experiences and you need to stop the bleeding and make it better. You call Royalyn there too.
That's right.
Where do they go find you, Royalyn?
You can come to our website, thecmiteam.com.
thecmiteam.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Total Talk, or go to andytuttle.com, and you'll find that link there. You'll also find Ivan's link at Kingsley Advisors. Boy, I really wanted to ask you a question. We just did not have time.
Well, we can do it again, Andy.
There you go.
It. I loved listening to Royalyn and to Gabe as well. So I'm happy to be a listener today.
Oh, man. Well, happy to have you here. Gabe, thanks for adding some value for once. Hey, can we get some drumsticks on that one, please?
My mic's off. What's going on?
What's going on? All right. Thank you so much for listening to Tunnel Talk. I hope you enjoyed this hour. Remember, we will be repurposing this content on the site. We'll do video clips on Facebook. We will try to help engage you, educate you, so you can have a prosperous future. I'll do that every single week. This week's no different. I'd like to thank all my expert contributors, of course, my guests today, and Brian, as show producer, always putting it together. Thank you very much, sir. And, of course, the Jedi production director, Dan Bradford. Thank you so much, and the entire family here at 660 AM. And thank you for listening to Tuttle Talk, where we're making financial intelligence a priority in the community. Have a great weekend.